My lords, I demand to know whose subjects are you? The Pope's or mine?
Jonathan Rhys Meyers returns as King Henry VIII in the second season of the triumphant Showtime original series, The Tudors.
I'm the King of England!
This time, he calls all the shots.
He's gotten rid of all his whipping boys. Even though in the first season he didn't suffer fools easily, he suffers them less now.
This season he is now wanting to be head of state, also wants to be head of the church. He wants to have his own way and his own rule.
He's becoming a man and is finding his stride and his confidence.
The stakes are so much higher. He's taken so much control of his own kingdom now that he very, very much is the boss.
Henry is more comfortable with his power. And of course it means in the end that he becomes tyrannical.
A tyranny that spares no one, not even those closest to his heart.
Everything that's happening to Henry is happening to Anne, too. She's in the midst of the crucible with Henry this time. She's right by him.
I've already given instructions for Catherine to leave.
Do you mean it?
Charles needs to temper his emotions and his feelings. He doesn't like Anne. He hates Anne. He hates the Boleyns.
Are you really going to marry Mistress Boleyn?
But feelings are feelings, and surviving and politics are another.
The big thing for Catherine, she's told that she can no longer call herself the Queen. And that's one of the biggest blows for her.
You know my rightful place is by your side.
And she refuses to accept that.
And Henry refuses to accept anything but a divorce, which leads to a showdown with Pope Paul III, played by the incomparable Peter O'Toole.
What of this girl, this Putain, the king's whore? Why doesn't someone just get rid of her? It was Pope Paul III, indeed, who excommunicated in the 1500s and the 1530s. It was more than just a ticking off. You were separated from God, separated from communion, which was an enormous blow.
He can do what he likes in Rome. I shall do what I like here. He's fighting a battle for the soul of his country. Is it going to be a borough of Rome, or is it going to be an empire?
The shepherd cannot stand idly by while the wolf enters the fold and threatens his flock.
Well, it's wonderful and an honor to work with this cinematic legend and theatrical legend. I just learned so much from the man, you know?
Great actors bring something indefinable as well as themselves into the show. It's the inflections, it's the little movements, it's the way that he enriches and makes memorable lines that may not at all be memorable.
Though we're playing historical figures, it's still actors doing a script on a lighted stage, and it's speakable, beautiful stuff.
In season 2 of The Tudors, the conspiracies deepen, the emotion intensifies, and everybody's life is on the line.
This is the king, this is the queen, and this is me with my head cut off.
Jonathan Rhys Meyers is Henry VIII.
I have to think like a king. I have to behave like a king.
In the return of the series the New York Times called captivating, delicious, enjoyable, and beautiful to behold.
I never thought I would live to see this day in England.
The Tudors.